Listen, I'm not a medical skincare professional, but I've gotten a lot of products in PR, and I've tested out a lot of different hyperpigmentation products, and I can tell you which ones work and which ones don't, and which ones cause even more problems. So I'm going to talk about products at different price points, but also give you like the one routine that I keep going back to. First of all, this is not a skin bleaching, Fair and Lovely, Snow White and the Seven Colors, Twilight Vampire Whitening tutorial, okay? We're talking about hyperpigmentation, which is something that happens when your skin gets irritated. I just wanted to establish that before I started getting comments about how to lighten my lips, how to lighten my skin. Bitch, no. Anyway. First of all, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Anita. You may have seen me on YouTube Shorts or TikTok or Instagram. I'm at on Tay everywhere. Ew, I just did the Trump hands. This year, we're locking in on YouTube and talking about all things beauty, like hair, skin, makeup, what else? Body, and mental health, of course. It's like a little girls' night sleepover chat here. If you want to help me grow my channel, then like this video and hit subscribe. So let's finally talk about the secret to fading hyperpigmentation and dark spots. I am not a dermatologist. I'm just gonna keep saying that. As someone who's tried a lot of different skincare, there's one routine that I just keep going back to because it never fails me. Actually, when I try something new and it ruins my skin like it did recently, this is the routine that saves me. So my main skincare focus is my hyperpigmentation. Like a lot of other brown girls, I do have this like dark pigmentation around my mouth. And it's not just dark, it like gets gray when it gets more irritated. And I also get really stubborn dark spots from acne. And because it's gray, it makes it so difficult to wear makeup on top because you have to color correct. You can't just go in with like a darker foundation. You have to go in with something like peachy or orangey. And sometimes that's just like too much, you know, like you just want to like fix your skin. What I found works best is a chemical exfoliant, a dark spot serum, and sunscreen. Pretty simple, just 3 things. And that is your formula. You can find these things in like any brand. So at that point, it's up to like preference and maybe even skin type. Like if you have dry skin or if you have oily skin or combo skin, you're gonna like different brands. But the main thing I just wanted to highlight is this is a really easy formula if you just understand what you need and when you need to apply it. Okay, chemical exfoliants. What I've found works best for me are AHAs. AHA and PHA work pretty well. So an example of AHA is glycolic acid. This is on the harsher side, so this is like not a daily thing, but this is my go-to if I do have like crazy breakouts or whatever. This guy will clear it up and it does a really good job of resurfacing your skin, so it really targets that hyperpigmentation. Lactic acid is another AHA that is a lot gentler than glycolic acid, so that is a good option for darker skin. Let's talk products. This is the Ordinary Glycolic Acid 7% Toning Solution. Obviously, I showed you the glycolic acid from the Ordinary. This is a great brand. The only thing about this brand is you kind of have to like be a bit of a cosmetic chemist, so you have to do your research to know what to layer, how to layer it. But I love this guy for like once a week. I would not use it more than like twice a week. It is a bit strong. The Ordinary also has a lactic acid one. I don't have that with me, but that is something I would use like more regularly, and this less regularly. Low key though, that's already getting to be like too many products to keep up with. So that's why I really like Eat. This guy has a bunch of exfoliants. He is expensive though. So that is like what brands like the Ordinary have going for them. Even though everything is kind of separate and you have to do your research to know what to layer, how to layer it, these are affordable. But I'll be honest, this guy has been my new favorite. This is the Eat Cashmere Peel Gentle Exfoliating AHA PHA Toner. This is $42, which is pricey, but it does combine a bunch of different things. So I don't know, like if you do the math, maybe this is comparable in price. This is actually an AHA PHA toner. It's great for like dry and sensitive skin. But let's see what's in here. This guy has gluconolactone, which is a PHA. It's a gentle exfoliant. It also has lactic acid, which is an AHA like we talked about, a gentler one than glycolic acid. And I was surprised to learn that this has citric acid. Citric acid apparently is a type of AHA as well. And the 2 other ingredients that make this guy like a superpower is azelaic acid and tranexamic acid. These are both things you would look for in a dark spot serum, so it's really interesting that it's all in this one bottle. This is not an ad for this at all. Like this is actually what I use. I have not made a video on this brand yet, so I have been using this for a little bit and I just keep going back to this product because it's just so easy. Like you saw how many steps I would have to have with a cheaper brand. I use this once a week and then I would have to use lactic acid 2 or 3 times a week and something else, and it's just too much. It's just so much easier to grab a hybrid product like this and one that's especially formulated for deeper skin tone tones, perfect. So now let's talk about dark spot serum ingredients or brightening agents, not bleaching agents. That is not what I'm talking about. So I already mentioned that this exfoliating toner has azelaic acid in it, which is crazy. If you still want like more affordable options to buy separately, I have a few for you. These are both azelaic acid serums. They are something called tyrosinase inhibitors. You don't have to know too much about that, but what it does is it keeps your skin from overreacting. It tells your skin to chill the fuck out and stop overproducing so much melanin when some fuck shit happens on your skin. Azelaic acid is also great at reducing redness. So if you have those pimples that are like big, red, and painful, azelaic acid is going to be your friend. And it's gonna help it not scar as badly. This is the Anua 10 Plus Azelaic Acid Hyaluron Serum. This is the Medicube Azelaic Acid 16 BB Calming Serum. I've not tried the Medicube one yet, but I have tried the Anua one yet because I got this one first. And it definitely soothes your acne like overnight. However, it does feel like putting water on your face and then it dries down and it looks kind of ashy. I've noticed this is just something that azelaic acid serums do, even if it's like in a cream. It just has like a weird dry down. Honestly, not a big deal. I prefer it in this liquidy serum form than a cream. I have tried the ordinary azelaic acid suspension cream and it worked really well, but I just hated how it pilled. This doesn't pill, but it does leave this like ashy film, which is fine because you can just go over it with moisturizer and you're totally fine. I did make a short form video testing if this sits well under makeup, and it definitely does. Neither of these have a particular scent, so I think they're fragrance free. The next brightening agent you want to look for in your dark spot serums is tranexamic acid, which, as we mentioned, this has, but some more affordable options that I've tried are the one from Medicube and the one from Anua. This is the Anua 10 Plus Niacinamide TXA Serum. This is the Medicube TXA Niacinamide Serum. This is so hard to say, oh my god. The Anua TXA Serum does not have a fragrance as far as I can tell, but the Medicube one does have a fragrance. And I'm pretty sure lately this is the thing that's been giving me fungal acne. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm gonna have to give it a couple more weeks, but it does smell amazing. I was so excited when I noticed that it smells like roses. I don't know if it's the fragrance in this or just some other ingredient in this serum. Did notice some bumpy acne. Okay, the next ingredient that you want to look for in your dark spot serum is alpha arbutin. Alpha arbutin is something I've been using for a while now. I have this one from The Ordinary. This is The Ordinary Alpha Arbutin 2% plus hyaluronic acid. This works pretty well. Honestly, I noticed that it made my skin a little pink, so I think I was using it like too often. Definitely take breaks with any skincare. These also have alpha arbutin in them. This is a milky toner from April Skin. It has niacinamide, alpha arbutin, and ceramide. And this one is really not necessary, but it does pair with the toner. This is the April Skin TXA Niacinamide Toning Shot 99 Serum. This is not a super necessary serum, but it does help absorb everything better because it has not micro needles. It has spicules in it. If you love spicules, give this a try. But if you're super sensitive, don't even risk it. I do really love this toner and I was surprised that I like it because I thought it was gonna cause fungal acne, but it's hydrating in just the right way. I think it's the ceramides in it that really make it like a complete product. And the last ingredient that I haven't mentioned yet is niacinamide, which all of these have like niacinamide is just such a popular ingredient to put in everything these days, so you don't even have to like try too hard to go looking for them. I do have the dark spot serum from Edam as well. This is called the Milk Marvel Dark Spot Serum. This has niacinamide, amber algae, vitamin C, pineapple and papaya enzyme, and licorice root extract. I'm on their website right now, by the way. Niacinamide helps fight acne, soothe inflammation, and improve skin texture. Amber algae visibly fades dark spots without lightening skin's natural tone. I've never heard of amber algae, so this is like a really different and interesting product than everything that I've showed you. Okay, next is vitamin C, which brightens, boosts collagen, and protects against free radical damage and discoloration. Free radical damage is just something you get when you sit out in the sun a lot. It's like UV damage. That's what kind of causes like sunspots that turn into melasma and shit like that. And the next one also surprised me is pineapple and papaya enzyme. Natural exfoliants which gently resurface and remove dead skin cells for visibly brighter skin. When it comes to exfoliation, something I didn't consider was enzymes. Like fruit enzymes are really good exfoliants. The only thing about them is like maybe if you're allergic, just avoid that. And the last active in this guy is licorice root extract, which combats discoloration, excess pigmentation, and helps inhibit inflammation. Sounds like licorice root is a tyrosinase inhibitor. Okay, so that's everything you need to look for in your dark spot serums. The next thing is sunscreen, I'm just gonna be very brief, but sunscreen is so important. None of this shit that I showed you matters if you don't wear sunscreen. If you use a chemical exfoliant and a tyrosinase inhibitor, then your skin is just gonna be like super sensitive. It's just like fresh baby skin, you know? You can't really expose that to the sun. Like, you don't wanna do that. You're just damaging your skin so much more. So you need to wear a good sunscreen to protect your skin from all that. In fact, if you don't wanna do any of the shit that I talked about, at least wear sunscreen. That is going to help so much. Sunscreen is the only thing that's gonna actually protect you from getting melasma and shit like that. Everything else that I mentioned so far in this video is just to undo some of the damage. If you're not protecting your skin, then you just have like endless damage to repair. Now I'm going to show you how I layer these so I don't have any interactions and don't damage my skin further. So no matter what routine you choose, at what price point, the only thing that matters is that you wear a sunscreen in the morning, maybe a non-exfoliating dark spot serum in the morning, maybe an antioxidant, and use all your chemical exfoliants at night. So let's just quickly sum everything up. I just wanted to clarify that I do try and test products all the time, and I don't necessarily use all of these ingredients all at the same time, unless of course they're in hybrid products, which is why they're a lot easier to use, because otherwise you have way too many steps. Ordinary, great price point, but I just think there's too many options to choose from that you could fuck up easily. If you do your research on what to layer, it's great. Glycolic acid and lactic acid, alpha-arbutin, niacinamide, they have all these serums separately. Grab them all. Or you could go the K-beauty route. When it comes to TXA, honestly, I prefer the April Skin one over the Anua or the Medicube one. You have azelaic acid for acne-prone skin and dark spots. And both of these guys have niacinamide and alpha-arbutin. This guy has ceramides too, so it's moisturizing. It's a great last step. And this guy is exfoliating because of the spicules. And lastly, this is the simplest one in terms of steps. The Edam Cashmere Peel for exfoliating at night only, and the Edam Milk Marvel Dark Spot Serum. Look, I love learning about all of these different ingredients and products, but at the end of the day, for my skin, I'm just gonna prefer a simple routine, a hybrid product. It's just easier to stay consistent when the steps are simpler. So that's the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like this video and hit subscribe. Also, let me know if this video helped at all, or if you have any more questions that I could answer. I am not a dermatologist. I'm just gonna keep saying that. Not a dermatologist, not an esthetician. I just like to know what I'm putting on my face. See you in the next video. Bye. I know The Ordinary has a lactic acid. I know this